Hey everyone, it's V Roberts here from Insight2Marketing, and I want to do a very quick video for you to assist you if you're currently thinking about video marketing or if you're already using video marketing and not yet seeing the results you want. Now, first of all, let me just look in the race. If you are currently using video at the moment and you're worried about whether or not you've been able to get any leads or sales, this might be a good video for you to watch because I want to talk to you about some of the ways in which you can improve your videos. And the first thing is that video is about either you informing or trying to sell or wanting to generate leads or having some kind of purpose. So the first thing you want to do is decide, and I've only mentioned 3 examples there, how you want to use your videos. Okay, so let me know in the comments or let me know via the replay, if you watch the replay, how is it you want to use video or why are you creating videos at the moment? It will largely depend on whether or not you are creating a product-based video or service-based video as to how your video is going to be used. Because if you are a product-based business, it's more than likely you're going to have things like how-to or demos, maybe even instructions on how to, use the product, or even just background to how your product was made, etc. If you're service-based, like some of my services are, then it's probably going to be more informational and you giving tips to people around, instructions on maybe how they can do something with you as their guide. Okay, more of a coaching capacity. It depends. So you've got to think about the purpose of your video. That's the first thing. The second thing is to think about the format. Now, many of you will prefer doing pre-recorded. Some of you will prefer live because, in my case anyway, there's less editing and it's very much more humanized. But for those of you that aren't aware, you can actually do things with live and pre-recorded videos that perhaps you haven't even considered. So, for example, I could create a video on YouTube as I am now, and if it was pre-recorded, I could actually schedule it. So you can schedule videos on YouTube, which means to save time, you can actually bank or create different videos in a series or for your playlist that are actually used for your YouTube and scheduled to run every month, once a week, however often your frequency is. And so scheduling on YouTube is one of the things you may not be aware of, but also on your Facebook as well, within the Facebook studio where you can actually schedule posts. You can also schedule IGTV videos. So if you're using at the moment Instagram TV, or if you're creating pre-recorded videos for Instagram, you can actually schedule your videos on Instagram TV using the Facebook Creator Studio. All right, so this is really important because if you are currently doing that, and you want to perhaps launch your video at a certain time, this will work really well for you when you're promoting or doing some kind of a campaign. When it comes to LinkedIn, if you want to do videos, one of the best ways to use your videos are either live or pre-recorded. And again, you can put your videos on LinkedIn as a featured piece of media. So where you've got your summary of who you are, you can upload things like slide presentations, different photos if you want to, but also that's a really good place to put your videos. And of course, let's not forget your website. If you're using your website at the moment, you can actually do videos on there as well, where you can have videos that give people a bit of information about you. And I'm going to talk a bit about that in just a moment. So if you're watching live now, let me know where you're watching from. I can see some of you live with me. I hope you've had a good week so far. On my Insight to Social page, I've actually been sharing lots of tips around digital marketing, and actually video marketing is just one of those tips. I've also covered off social media, email marketing, and the importance of having a content marketing plan. So if you aren't yet up to speed with those kinds of things or you want to know more, check out the Instagram page for Insight to Social, which is the sister brand to Insight2Marketing, and I'm sure you'll find what you need there. So just going back to the use of your video, as I said, if you're on Facebook, you can do live or pre-recorded. How are you doing? Antigua and Barbuda in the house, how are you doing? You can actually use live and pre-recorded on Facebook. You can highlight a video, so you can have a featured video. You can also create playlists of your videos on Facebook if you go into the videos tab on your business page. Now, I'm hoping you are using Facebook, if you're in a business, as a business page. And having video is actually going to improve your visibility because, as you know, Facebook, as with many other platforms, loves video. It sees it as quality content, so it actually pushes it further up your newsfeed, okay? So if you're using Facebook, you've got live, pre-recorded, you also got stories, you've got GIFs, and there are many other things you can do with your videos in terms of downloading videos once you've done them. If you're using Facebook, if you're on your laptop or you've got different apps, I think one of the apps I've previously used is called Friendly, Friendly, the Friendly app, and there are others. You can actually download videos, or if they're your own videos, which is always advised, you can go into your desktop or laptop And the top right of your video, when you're playing your own video, there should be 3 dots. And if you click on those 3 dots or the word option, which appears at the bottom of your video, you can actually download your video to your laptop or your device that you're using. All right. So you can then repurpose your video somewhere else, or you can chop it up using an app like Cut Story, which is on iPhone. Okay. The Cut Story app is on iPhone, iOS, and you can actually download that video that you've created on Facebook and then chop it up into smaller segments of minute-long videos for use on the newsfeed, or you can upload it for stories in 15-second chunks or 16-second chunks or 26-second chunks. Now, if you're watching this live, which I can see a few of you are, please do let me know where you're watching from. Also, please do give me a like if so far I've given you some tips that you have found helpful already. I'm going to not be here for too long tonight, but I do want to make sure that I share some nuggets with you. So on Facebook, as I said, you've got quite a few features. On Twitter, you can also use video. If you're not resharing someone else's, you can also create your own. And you can also live stream from Twitter in the same way that you can with LinkedIn. So some of you may not be aware of this, but if you want to, you can live stream from Twitter using the Go Live facility. And that's a kind of more mechanical, in my opinion, way of going live. So what I like to do is go live on my Instagram or my Facebook, download the video, and then I will save bits of it and apply it to my Twitter feed. And if you're not following me on Twitter, it's twitter.com/I2marketing. And that's the number 2. All right. So hi, Kelly. How you doing? Do smash that like button if you're enjoying the tips I'm sharing so far. So if you're on Twitter, as I've said, you can go live or you can upload pre-recorded video as well. Do let me know in the comments if you prefer live or pre-recorded. If you're on Instagram, you can use your stories. You can use GIFs in the stories feature. You can also use live video, as many of you are already using. And you can also upload pre-recorded videos onto your newsfeed. So now Instagram's actually changed the way it works in that you can upload your video by having pre-recorded or live, and it will ask you 3 things. So when you've done a live video, instead of it going to your stories, at the moment, at the time of this video being published on YouTube in June 2020, when you go live, and you then go to the next screen once you've finished, you have 3 options. You can share straight to IGTV, you can delete your video, or you can download your video, which is basically saving it to your device. Now, if you choose to do one of those 3 things, that's great. Obviously, if you download it, you can then repurpose it and share it somewhere else. But if you've got a pre-recorded video and you're uploading it, so let's say, for example, you do a live stream, but you decide you might not want to do that live stream as an upload just yet. Maybe you save it to your device for use at a later date. If it's more than 15 minutes long, you've got to upload that video to Instagram TV in 15-minute chunks, because there is a limit on Instagram in terms of how much time you can upload in terms of IGTV content. So if you're uploading IGTV videos, as you go to upload that video on Instagram, it's going to ask you, do you want to upload a long video or a short video? And I know for some of you, you will actually upload videos thinking that you've uploaded the entire video. And in fact, it's only in the first minute because you selected short video rather than long video. So just as a tip, if you're doing pre-recorded videos, I want you to select long videos if your intention is to upload more than a minute, okay? And if you are going to go live on Instagram, you need to be aware in terms of video marketing that your video needs to be more than a minute long when you are live if you plan to share it to IGTV. Okay, now if you don't plan to share it to IGTV and you just want to go live and then download it to your phone to upload it somewhere else, that's absolutely fine. But I thought I'd mention that. Okay, so I've covered off Instagram tips, I've covered off some Facebook tips. In terms of Twitter, I've also covered that off. I've also mentioned LinkedIn. Those are kind of like the 4 key platforms I think you should be concerned with. But I also want you to think about the types of videos you're creating. So just to be clear, you can share your brand story. I think that's a really good way of you putting yourself out there. And that doesn't have to be your actual face. It could be you know, doing a photo or video of you just whisking a cake, or you actually making something and showing people behind the scenes, and then attaching some audio to that as a video, as an idea, okay? It could even be that you are doing a video where you are just talking whilst doing the mixing or the plaiting or whatever it is you're doing in terms of your business, so that it is an audio and video combined and still classed as a video, but your face isn't showing. For those of you that don't know, when I started my business over 7 years ago, I actually started on a budget of just £100, and I really was about my company logo. I wasn't the face of my brand. That then evolved after a few years. So I have actually evolved into a personal brand and become the face of my brand over the last, I'd say, about 4 years. But when I first started, that definitely wasn't the case. So if, like me, you're shy, or you were shy, or you're trying to get out of shyness, try and ease yourself into using videos by actually creating the videos and having alternatives to showing your face. And I've got 2 platforms that I can recommend where you can do that. In fact, 3 or 4. One of them is InShot, which is an app. The other one is Movie Maker if you are on the Android platform. And you've also got platforms like iMovie and Ripple, RIPL, and then Animoto and Movely. Those are what, six different things I've mentioned there. And that's for either video creating or video editing. Okay, so if you are wanting to add captions or subtitles, etc., or you want the kind of whizzing screens and all of that good stuff, go on to any one of those apps I've mentioned. I will include those pieces of kit in the description of this video once I've finished the video, and I'm finishing just in a moment, so that you can go and check those out directly. And do come back and let me know how you get on. So storytelling is one way, an information video is another, but also video testimonials are another quick win that you can do in terms of video content for your platform. So if you're not currently doing this, some of the ways that I do it are by capturing feedback whilst on a coaching call. When someone's finished a series of coaching sessions with me, I'll capture their feedback there and then. Also, if you do hosting of live events, capture feedback at the event via a smartphone. Just make sure it's in the right format, either landscape or portrait, okay? And that's very important depending on where you're planning to upload your video. So as you know, YouTube looks better in landscape, but of course you can upload portrait to YouTube. And I'd always advise, if you're precious about image and, you know, brand reputation and how you show up, then do make sure you eradicate those black edges at the side by actually editing your video in an app or piece of software with a background. Okay, so you can add a background to your video if you don't like the black edges. Okay, and also on Instagram, previously many of you will know that was only portrait for videos. You can now upload videos in landscape as well. So just as feedback to you, I would always advise you to record live in portrait, which is long ways. But if you are going to upload a video, you can now upload in landscape. So just make sure you've got the correct setting when you upload in terms of the dimensions when you upload onto IGTV. So hopefully that's enough for you to go on now. Remember the importance of analytics. As I wind up, I just want to say to you, if you are creating video and maybe you're not getting the results you want, think about the objectives, the platforms that you're using, the content that you're sharing. And I've got a whole video on content marketing on this YouTube channel, so I'll share that for you. But remember to monitor your analytics. How long are people watching the video? You know, if you've watched this video and you're watching right to the end, let me know in the comments. If you're watching now, just give me a thumbs up so I know you're still watching. I can see the numbers, but these are some of the ways in which you can monitor viewing times. You know, sometimes I create videos that are more than 30 minutes long and people stay right to the end. How do I know that? Because I look at my YouTube analytics. Sometimes I'll create videos that are 6 minutes long with very high viewing retention. And these are all things that you need to be aware of. So I would say, if you are creating videos, please do ensure that you are checking on your videos that people are watching, people are engaging, and even if they're not clicking like, they are actually interacting by perhaps clicking links that you've embedded within the video, or, you know, adding comments and so on. All right, this is very important, is to measure the effectiveness of your video. So I'm going to wrap up there. If you've got any questions, do let me know in the comments box. Thank you very much for watching me live. I was actually live earlier on doing my day 4 on the Insight to Social page. And for those of you that aren't aware, I will just put the comments in so you can catch me there as well. And tomorrow I'll be doing a live on some more digital marketing tactics. Of course, as I said, video is just one of those. Let me know if any of the tips I've shared tonight have been helpful. And also let me know if you intend to do anything with them. I hope you will. And I also hope you'll give me a thumbs up to indicate whether or not you found the tips helpful. All right. So again, thank you very much for the interaction on the video. I appreciate you watching live with me. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And of course, the hashtag officially is AskI2M. Hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow at 9:15 on the Insights to Social platform. Take care. Bye for now.